In the aftermath of the nationwide Endsars protest of October 2020, this judicial panel of inquiry was set up in Kaduna State. It was commissioned to look into cases of police brutality and other related extrajudicial killings. After several sittings which took about a year and 2 months, the 8-man panel is at Sir Kashim Ibrahim House to submit the report to the government. They say at least 64 petitions were received, but the panel sat on 43 cases. Others were discarded for various reasons.
6 were struck out on the application of either the petitioners or counsels representing them, and 13 were struck out by the panel due to lack of diligent prosecution. By the above, a total of 19 petitions were terminated before taking of evidence. At the end, the panel had a total of 43 petitions, wherein 7 were dismissed for lacking in merit.
The leader of the panel then read out their recommendations.
That payment of compensation in respect of 23 petitions in the total of 274,600,000 for deaths, injury, permanent incapacitation.
This is the 5th time in 4 months CP Ayuba Elkanah is presenting checks to families of slain police officers in Zamfara State. Police and other security agencies have borne the brunt of attacks from armed bandits while keeping peace in troubled areas. Many died as a result of attacks, ambushes led by bandits, and sometimes through accident while keeping watch on communities bedeviled by insecurity. Police authorities, through the family welfare scheme of the Inspector General of Police Usman Alkali Baba, is donating checks to the families of 5 slain officers. Presenting the checks to their next of kin on behalf of the Inspector General of Police, CP Ayuba Elkanah says the gesture is to alleviate their sufferings.
The IG has taken the welfare of officers and men of the Nigerian police force in his heart. That is why we always present checks to the next of kin, to our officers who died on active service. This is the 5th time I am presenting checks to family of the deceased. This shows that our IG is committed towards the welfare of our men.
Some family members of the slain officers commend the police authorities for the gesture. They says it will go a long way to cushion their hardship.
With Nigerian unemployment rate at 33.3% and about 90 million persons living below the poverty line, the federal government has been through several deliberate efforts trying to reduce these numbers. The latest is the launch of this National Directorate of Employment Training and Empowerment Program for unskilled and unemployed people across the country, starting with those in Delta State, with other 35 states to follow.
In Delta State alone, 684 persons today are benefiting from either skill training or soft loan empowerment under the 4-core program of the NDE.
Beneficiaries and some stakeholders, while appreciating the initiative of the federal government, underscore its importance in growing local economy and enhancing individuals.
So I'll use to start a business and make sure I manage it well. I will make it.
The federal government is contemplating on the removal of petrol subsidy and replacing it with a monthly 5,000 naira transport grant to poor Nigerians, which has been greeted with criticism. Perhaps this program is part of the cushioning ahead of the action.